life I've been wanting someone in that position. And then it started hitting me that this is the way it had always been my whole life. My whole life I've been wanting just somebody to be there when I suffered or when I was hurting or anything, and nobody ever was. When I was a child, there was no, I don't have any memories of being hugged. I don't have any of that kind of stuff from growing up. Ever. And I'd always thought that maybe if I do something, if I behave a certain way, if I achieve a certain achievement, then I'll get something would change in my relationship with my mother. Who's my biggest fan, by the way. I mean, she watches the podcast every week and I love her for that. But there was something that and she even sent me a message. She texted me later and we spent time over the holidays after that and stuff, but it was just a real telling moment for me that, man, all my life, this is how it had been. And I always thought there was something wrong with me, but there's just some disconnect. Probably no one had ever done it to her. When she was in pain or when she was hurting, nobody had ever taught her, had been loving towards her or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, so that was like a wild, that was just a heavy moment, and it was a lot of things. It made me realize that there was nothing I could do anymore there was nothing on earth that I was going to be able to do to get what I needed from my mother. And I'd always thought there was. I'd always thought that if I just get, even with comedy, with everything, I thought, maybe if I can get everybody in the world to love me, then maybe I'll get my mother to love me. And it's not that she doesn't. She loves me. It just, the elements that I need to be loved the way I need to be loved, or that a child does, no one probably maybe did them to her. I don't know. I'm not judging her or anything. This isn't a judgment. I'm not trying to talk bad about her, but it just was, no one did. I don't know. She doesn't have that. It is like a blind person. They can't see. She can't do it. She can't do it. And it had never been more evident to me. And in my whole life, I'd never realized it until that moment where I'm sitting there and I am like, man, I was just really just bubbling, and there was no reaction from her. Or there was no, I'm sure she was hurting for me, but she doesn't have